Remember those upcycling artists whom we featured a while ago in Abuja? Well, we finally revealed the exhibition of all they learned on this week's episode of Art House. A warm welcome to the program. I'm Melinda Akinlami. So let's start with those saving the planet through art. While for others, it's a Generation Next project as they nurture the future creatives through this Young at Art show. We see that and more when Art House returns in a moment. Stay with us.
Our wordsmith for today is by Monday Anojo. It's called My Mother's Wishes. I wish wishes were not subject to stars we see. That way, I wish me a wave on your curvy island. I wish wishes last not for seconds, but for eternity. That way, I spend every night on you as we become watchmen. Above all, I wish you good health, peace, and a pain-free life.
Let's begin with the exhibition for upcycling artists. After weeks of learning how to use discarded materials to produce fine works of art, the world gets to see what they have put together in the nation's capital, Abuja.
Upcycling has been the buzzword in the art industry recently. It encourages artists to think outside the box. A group of them who went to the nation's capital to learn more about this latest art technique for several weeks reveal what they learned to the audience at this exhibition.
I try to create an art piece here that tells about our journey so far as a consumerist nation. This work is actually created from plastic waste sourced from our environment, plastic waste, bottle, plastic bags, and the rest of everything that my hands can lay on. I try to use this to discuss our journey, like I said earlier, our consumeristic nature. You find out that Nigeria is a nation that consumes everything she wants without thinking of its negative implication on the health of her people, on the economic effects, you understand? So this work here that actually looks like kilishi, the traditional dried meat within the northern region. I'm now using it now to remind us that we love these things, we love this food. The food we eat, the things we take in, also have its own negative implication on us.
I used eco-friendly wood. Eco-friendly wood is a mixture of wood dust and a little bit of silica. And also you have adhesive called polyvinyl acetate. So I mixed all of them to create this sculpture. The idea behind this is that people don't have to cut wood all the time to create art, and I'm also inspiring other designers like furniture makers and builders to look at this material called eco-friendly wood and use them for their works.
Remember that all the pieces are created from trash, but now it's hard to tell considering the aesthetic appeal they exude. So it's a good thing because the artists are sending a message about saving the environment with this waste to wealth crusade.
We have this philosophy that our dream doesn't belong to us. Because each time we realize our dream is somebody's need. So we're just fulfilled that one of our dreams have been realized today. Yes. We're excited, we're happy. So this species is created from an idea we call upcycling, the new economy. And that is part of the reason why you are the Hilton, where there's a possibility, a lot of possibility. And we also bring it to where we will find people who have disposable cash to buy them. We believe that the artists will go on to become environmental mediators and as well as environmental ambassadors, and they would preach the message we've taught them. They're also going to be conservators as much as create more arts from junks, from things they found on the street. So we have started something in them and we know it's going to grow.
Climate change is here, and it's something we must all address, whether we're young people in the United States or we're young people in Nigeria. This is one way to showcase what one can do with recycled products to make essentially artistic expression that communicates to arts audiences here in Nigeria.
For creative development, Beauty from the Dumps has its rewards as these creatives continue to enlighten the public on the knowledge of sustainable practices like upcycling, which has a lot of economic potential if explored.
This whole exhibition is a wonderful showcase of what one can do to demonstrate the environmental sustainability of recycled materials. The portrait here, which is of our ambassador, U.S. Ambassador Leonard, here in Abuja, is an example of how to use recycled materials to create art and an impact for positive change.
I'm really impressed by the handwork of these youths who have spent 3 weeks, only 3 weeks, and they've produced wonderful things. And that is to say they're adding value to our environment, because the waste we think we throw away are being put back to nature, are being put back to life, and it is also decorating our environment, and I'm very impressed. I hope that this should continue and also encourage more youths to come up with these ideas, these beautiful ideas, to produce with their own hands, and also maybe boost the economy and help to reduce idleness and, of course, joblessness.
I admire people who bring things to life. This is metal. These are abandoned materials that people have brought to life. Like there's a whole drawing here with Ankara. This is made out of metal. Nobody would ever think to do this, so I commend it. It's absolutely amazing. Very creative. Very, very creative.
The artists behind these works have definitely demonstrated that with art, with creativity, with innovation, you can create something out of nothing. Imagine what it would cost to be able to purchase one of these items, and to think that before now, just a few days ago or just a few weeks ago, these things were considered trash, right? So they've been able to transform it into something meaningful, into something worthwhile, and I think this can definitely be a strong driver for economic growth.
While the works of art send a strong message on the importance of innovation, This one is already putting the audience into the Christmas mood.
Seeing the process and the end result makes one really appreciate all the hard work that went into the production of each piece, and is for a great cause too. Let's begin your works of art this week by showing you this piece done by Paul Ogunlesi. It's done with newsprint and acrylic on canvas. He calls it Time. Then Albert Opan has this throwback done in 2016 with blue biro on paper. Chiamaka Inekwa has the realities of our time done with oil on canvas. Then Comfort Olalemi has this one she calls Beautiful, done with oil on canvas as well. Another oil on canvas piece is done by MB Guabari. It's called My Home. Then Akinyoju Babatunde is showing us Faces with this his mixed media piece. While Chris Ogebo is encouraging everyone not to give up with Don't Give Up, the second in the series, done with oil on chipboard. Fudzimo Inovora has this acrylic on canvas work he calls Beauty. Then for lovers of the cute and cuddly, this one's for you. Lawrence Atkins has Precious Gift from God, a painting done with oil on canvas. While Desmond Akindoju concludes it with this one he calls Within Attraction. It's done with acrylic on canvas. And those are the works of art you sent in this week. We encourage you to keep them coming. When Art House returns, we have seen artists turn waste to wealth. Now let's see others encourage children explore their many creative talents. That's in a moment. Stay with us.
There is no problem in this world that cannot be solved.
The Young at Art Creative Workshop is an initiative created by contemporary artist Biodo Molayo. During summertime, children gather at his gallery in Lagos to hone their creative skills.
Paintings, drawings, pottery, tie and dye, just to mention a few, the conclusion of the Young at Art Creative Session carried out by Biodo Omolayo Gallery Lagos. When children and teens are on holiday, they have good, clean fun here while learning in a relaxed atmosphere.
The program is designed to boost the creative potential of children and young adults. And we've been doing that since 2003 when we took off. And then every year in, year out, we take the children in from ages 4 to 19. We have different facilitators who take classes to mentor and tutor the children. We have performing art, visual art, and then the literary art.
What began strictly as a visual arts affair has all the elements infused into the usual practice session to catch the children's attention, encourage their creative expressions as they interpret different societal issues using art.
Today I'll be telling you my artworks, like my collage that I did with pieces of paper to make a love heart for my mom. And also when I painted my hand and pasted it on the heart so I could make a lovely heart with my finger. And the time I made a painting without my hand, I just used a paintbrush. And also when I drew my water bottle and painted it. I've done a lot of artwork.
I've learned about many things that they might teach us in school, things that may teach us here that they may not teach us in school, like collage, painting, texture, drawing, all kind of different topics and new stuff to explore every day. Creative arts is like talking, like when you just imagine what to draw and then you just put it down on a piece of paper. Creative art to me is like a topic that can make you to be a problem solver. You can solve any problem if you think about it closely and then you imagine it and then you know the solution.
I was impressed when I came here. I was actually telling Mr. Malayo that it will be challenging controlling the children, but in fact I got here, when I tell them to do this, they're already doing it. We made it from the beginning to the end. We packaged everything and we put the labels on the hand wash together. They were just so wonderful. They were more advanced than their age. When you give them instruction, they follow it. In fact, I've never seen children. And the youngest, I think the youngest is 6 years old. Yes. Princess, she's something else.
They are very lovely pieces coming from children. I'm quite amazed. I wasn't expecting to see this. I think they are lovely pieces. From what I can see here, we have a lot of beadwork, we have a lot of paper mache, we have paintings, we have sculptural pieces. It's lovely. I don't even know what to say. I'm just so impressed with the works I'm seeing here.
Contemporary artist Biodun Omolaya, who created this vision, is glad with the talents that have emerged from this workshop, which has left an impression on the visitors over the years.
It's so amazing, fantastic experience that I met here today. I've heard about Omolaya Gallery for quite some years now. And on arrival here, I was amazed with the display of artwork that I saw the children achieve during this summer. Much more so that I could see the finished job that's what using as an art of inspiration within the house. And it's a place to be for every child in Nigeria.
We are going to have our 9th first class graduates because every year we have either 1 or 2. A lot of them now they are graduates, but not just in visual art. Some of them in architecture, engineering, and some other area of endeavor. Some even study law. So, and that's a buttress the point that we've made that, look, we are not just coaching them to be artists, we are just developing their creativity. If you are very creative, you know how to use your gift and your talent to solve problems. Creativity is about problem solving.
The children have their names boldly written on the brightly colored pieces and are in awe at the way their works have been put up for their parents and worlds to admire.
For me, I think you should allow your child to do whatever he or she wants to do, because the truth is that when the children are allowed to do what they like, maybe it's their passion, it comes out better because they are able to express themselves. And at the end of the day, they bring out works that are lovely for people to see.
Children, they love, let me say this, they love to play with clay. And they love to play with paper as well and colors. So we've engaged them in that area. For instance, some of the work they frame now, you see collage, using different materials to create images. They used beads, paper, stone, feather, and some other things to create art. And then they've done textile art as well, where they print on fabrics or design on fabrics. Those are some of the children they've done. And then they've done sculpture as well. And then in terms of environmental art, you can see what they've turned plastics into, discarded plastics, water bottles and everything. They've turned into art that people could use at home. So that is part of what they've done. And you know, children, they have their own style. I think I'm learning even from them. You know, the children with their own free will, they want to draw, no, they are not hindered by anybody, they don't even look at you. They are just innocent, the way they draw their lines. They are not concerned about whether anybody is looking at them or not. So I think we adults, we have a lot to learn from them as well. When you are doing your work, be free-minded, do it, let's be free about it. Don't be constrained, because the children are not constrained. If you see what they draw now, see the way they put their houses, forget about proportion, forget about all the jargons of art. But they are enjoying it, they are creating something.
The buzz here is that there is a lot of potential in this room that can be harnessed, and going forward, the children can beat their chest and take pride in the works of art they have created. That ingenuity can help them navigate their daily lives.
Our lineup next week is packed with loads of art activities. I can't wait for you to see them.
Next week on Art House. The 4th edition of Diversiform takes place in Lagos. We see a new breed of artists display their most recent creations. Then Oliver Nwanwu focuses on politics of representation at his solo show at Alliance Francais in Lagos. That and more when Art House returns next week.
Your Art House experience doesn't have to end when the show is not on television. Interact with us on our various social media platforms. See any edition of Art House on our website or YouTube page. Join our very interactive Facebook page by joining the group on Art House on Channels. We're everywhere.
The curtain falls on the program, but the conversation continues on any of our social media platforms. I'm Melinda Akinlami, encouraging you to stay safe and keep being creative.